5 things we learned after watching Newcastle versus Liverpool. That game was absolutely going to be crazy. The truth about it is that we have been seeing since the transfer window opened how much of an animosity was going on between Liverpool and Newcastle, and it was going to boil over in this game, and this game did not disappoint. We had red cards, we had low blows, we had tackles, we had goals, we had assists, we have controversy and a lot of drama happening. But these are 5 important things that we are going to be talking about, and of course we are going to be talking about Rio Ngumoha. I think that's how you pronounce his name. If I pronounced it wrong, my bad. But let's get this party started, because one thing is for sure, this game was entertaining. Let's go. Now that was a dream debut for Rio Ngumoha. This situation was truly epic for him, because you're looking at a 16-year-old kid. Yes, I said kid, but he's not even up to an adult yet. He is 16-year-old, 4 days shy of his 17-year-old birthday. He comes on off the bench and in stoppage time scores the winner for Liverpool in a game that was absolutely going out of hand. In a game that every single person was like, it is too tight, it is not going to happen. Or sometimes you even looked at it as Newcastle had the upper hand, but he came on. And for someone that we have been hearing glimpses of how talented he is in dribbling, he understands how to finish, and he goes in it showed ice cold composure in a high pressure moment, sweeping in his finish into the far corner. Already a preseason standout, this was a moment that could fast-track him into Arne Slot's senior plans. We have already seen that Arne Slot pushed him towards the Liverpool supporters, the away fans, and says, hey, that is your moment, go and enjoy it. And that was a moment for him, because it was brilliant. This is what dreams are made of. Every single person watching this, yes, I know you had the dream of playing in your team's stadium. I know you had a dream of scoring your first goal for the senior team. And yes, it might have not happened, but bro, you can appreciate when it happened for someone else. And that is what happened for Rio, and it was absolutely spectacular. And that's the good thing about the situation. I love it for him, and I know he's a Liverpool player, and I should not be happy about it, but we just have to be honest about something great happening for someone. We cannot be all butthurt about the situation. So good, kudos to Rio, kudos, and hopefully he kicks on from here. And then the second thing is Newcastle's red card resilience. That particular thing, Newcastle had the red card. Anthony Gordon's first half sending off was absolutely reckless tackle on Virgil van Dijk. It left the Magpies 10 men down for over 45 minutes. But despite this disadvantage, they fought back from a 2-0 down, 2-0 deficit, level to 2-2 with goals from Bruno Guimarães, the header, and the William Osula. I think I've never actually watched him play for Newcastle. Maybe he's a new player or something. But William Osula. The St. James Park crowd was going crazy. The atmosphere turned into a cauldron. It was nearly boiled over, especially because of what is happening between Isak and Liverpool. Funny thing about this, if they had Isak, it would have just been a game for Newcastle ASAP. It would have been a game that Newcastle took 3 points, and now they took none. But that is the problem. That is the thing of not having a striker like Isak in your team. But one thing is for sure, Newcastle, they are going to be fine. They are playing with the resilience. They are playing with siege mentality. They are playing in spite of Isak's absence. You understand? And that alone is a powerful drug for them to actually keep on pushing. Now, would he be able to keep them the entire season? I doubt it, but that is where them still trying to get Wissa comes into play. Now, I don't believe Brentford are going to let Wissa out of their sight, especially after letting Mbeumo go to Manchester United. But the truth about in this situation, they need a striker. Anthony Gordon is going to be out for a period of time. You need a striker. And then in the third one, I think we have spoken. Yes, the third one. Liverpool's midfield punch. You get me? Liverpool absolutely has the duck. You understand? And that is Ryan Gravenberch. Ryan Gravenberch. The guy that has absolutely come to Liverpool in a makeshift position, made it his, and now is flourishing under Arne Slot. He opened the scoring with a very composed finish. And then you also then look at Hugo Ekitike, double the lead after the break, showing Liverpool's ability to strike in key moments. This is 3 goals in 2 games, I believe. Oh, 3 goals in 3 games, because he scored in the Community Shield, he scored in the first game, and now he has scored in the second. And it's absolutely amazing. He is starting off red hot. And that is good, because whether Isak comes in tomorrow, I think Hugo is going to be fighting for his place, and it's going to be a challenge that Liverpool would absolutely want. It's a good deal. It's a good challenge. You understand? That's a good problem to have for Arne Slot. Do I pick Ekitike or do I pick Isak? Now, I know who I would choose, but the truth about it is that it gives you something to mull over. You get me? It gives you something to mull over, and that is truly good news for me. And then you then look at the Reds' dominated possession, 63%, and controlled the tempo in long stretches, but still looked vulnerable when Newcastle went direct. That is the key part. That is one thing with Newcastle. Direct balls are absolutely going to be their bread and butter. That is the reason why they brought in the likes of Anthony Elanga, and they have Anthony Gordon in that team. And then you look at the number 4 position is Bruno Guimarães, the captain's fire. Booked in the early second half, but channeled his energy into dragging Newcastle back into the game. His headed goal in the 56th minute was a momentous shifter, sparking belief in the stands. He led by example. Even in defeat, he reminded everyone why he is the heartbeat of the Newcastle side. I don't have anything else to say. I think it's pretty clear what that he brings to Newcastle. It truly is pretty clear. And we don't even need to go deep into the situation anymore. Bruno Guimarães is £100 million player. The way I'm looking at it, the impact he brings to Newcastle, that is what is worth in my mind to Newcastle players and Newcastle fans. He is amazing. And I do not understand how Newcastle were able to bring him in. But one thing is for sure, that is job well done. And then the 5th, but not the least, is Newcastle, the defensive nerves and the transfer problems that is going to be happening before the end of the season, or before the end of the transfer window. Liverpool's backline wobbled under late pressure. A reminder that clean sheet consistency is still a work in progress. Second in this situation is that the pre-match talk was dominated by Alexander Isak's future after Liverpool's £110 million bid earlier this summer was rejected. The game's frantic ending felt like a metaphor for both clubs' current state. Talent, drama, but questions ahead. Big questions ahead. So those are the 5 things that I learned after watching Newcastle versus Liverpool. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. I will see you in the next one. Peace.